بسم الله بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله فاللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وللسامعين ولجميع المسلمين أجمعين. I hope inshallah all of you are well as promised, and I think inshallah it's something that I wanted to do, and I hope bi'idhnillahi ta'ala is sincere for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, and all of you that are watching benefit from this video. It's going to give you a comprehensive breakdown of how to apply to Jami'ah Taibah. Now, for those that don't know, Jami'ah Taibah is situated literally right opposite from Bab Khalfi, or from Bawabat al-Jami'ah Taibah, right behind the University of Madinah. So they're literally neighbors. Okay, that's the men's section. And Jami'ah Taibah, of course, it's a university which is not like Jami'ah Islamiyah. It wasn't built, for the sake of having only Islamic studies and to accept foreign students, but rather it was something that came about afterwards. They had, of course, Islamic studies, but in terms of accepting students from outside, I believe this is something very new. And it was very difficult. They didn't have a website where you can apply online. And I knew about it in terms of you can actually apply to it through a brother that I knew. And he actually did his master's there. Now, many brothers apply for Jami'ah Islamiyah. Jami'ah Islamiyah is amazing. You can, if you get accepted, alhamdulillah, but there's a lot of competition. Jami'ah Taibah, on the other hand, is completely different. Not many people know about it. Hence why I thought to make a video to just give you guys an insight of how to actually apply, a step-by-step guide. So I'm going to be taking you through a step-by-step guide. And inshallah, hopefully you all benefit and enjoy. Now, it's not the same as Jami'ah Islamiyah. They don't have an office outside of Medina. And, application-wise, you may find a lot of difficulty in terms of, let's say you do get accepted, how to go about getting your paperwork to actually come. It's not like Jami'ah Islamiyah where you go in and you put your papers through in your country, then you go to the your embassy. It's very different. SAP is different, ikhwani. So hence why I'm giving you this video. If you need any sort of support, and it may not work for a lot of brothers, going onto the actual admission pool and actually applying. And by the way, there is a sisters section. So all the sisters out there that would like to apply, you may go ahead and do so. Whether you get accepted, of course, you have to have a mahram and what have you. And they do have maybe, we would say, like 3 kulliyat. It's not the same, and it's not as intense and in-depth like Jami'ah Islamiyah, but they have, of course, ulama that teach there, and it's very beneficial. It is very beneficial. So don't get it wrong in terms of, don't be, misled by thinking, it's not something where you can benefit. It's literally opposite Jami'ah Islamiyah. There is one benefit, and I'll give you guys this so that you can all know. The idara, in terms of working with the admin and what have you, it's up there compared to Jami'ah Islamiyah. That's the benefit. And I'm telling you that I'm being completely honest with all of you. In terms of Jami'ah Islamiyah, if you want to get stuff done, it's not the same as Jami'ah Taibah. Jami'ah Taibah, of course, without a doubt, they're much more advanced with regards to that regard. But of course, ilm-wise and what have you, Jami'ah Islamiyah was set up and established for that. Now, I don't want to bore you guys with all the information. Let's get straight into it. So you go to this page. Once again, ikhwani, and all those that are interested in applying, if you find it difficult, send me an email. You can do a live face-to-face consultation, or I can give you like a step-by-step guide. You can contact me on my email address, and I'll leave it in the comment section. abdullahibnkhamis @gmail.com. Just just contact me from there, and inshallah we'll be able to give you a step-by-step guide of how to actually apply if you find any difficulties. And also another update is that my website, at the moment, MSL's website is actually down, so we're having a couple of technical issues. Inshallah, when this gets fixed, bi'idhnillah, we'll be up and running again. So you're on this page. Before we go to actually applying, there is shurut, okay, conditions, and you have to read it. I think we should go through it. Now, this, for those that understand the Arabic language, they can go through the shurut here and prove that, sisters can apply. It says it here, look, you can see it there. And yakuna talib or taliba, so meaning you can actually apply if you're female. Let's go to the English section, so it just makes it easy for all of you lot. Alhamdulillah, they have it there. We're going to go through them quickly. So, of course, it goes under the conditions if you do get accepted. Same as Jami'ah Islamiyah. You have to be between 17 and 25 years old. You have to have never studied or had a scholarship in the country. So if you've been accepted in Jami'ah Islamiyah and you want to apply for Jami'ah Taibah in the bachelor's level, they won't accept you because, of course, your name will come up. As it's mentioned here, look, should not be granted another scholarship by any educational institutes in the kingdom. That means obviously previously. Obviously, your certificates need to be certified by the Saudi embassy. You have to have GCSEs. Documents need to be uploaded, of course, and a copy of the GCSEs as well. Oh, so that's a lot of people do ask, like, if I don't have any sort of GCSEs, can I? Yes, you still can apply as long as obviously you're that age and you have some sort of qualification to put forward, and meaning you've been in some sort of education, some sort of institute. Obviously, valid passport, if you've accepted Islam, copy of the certificate that you've accepted Islam. And that's just me just whizzing through. I don't want to get too much into it because obviously it's not really important. It's more or less just apply with your documents. If you get accepted, then you can read the, the conditions of what you need and what have you. To go into the Kulliyah of Quran, you have to know no less than 10 ajza. No less than 10 ajza if you want to go into the Kulliyah of Quran. Jami'ah Islamiyah is a bit more strict than that. So just giving you guys, comparison to see. See here, it's mentioned if you want to go into the qira'at, because they have a kulliyah for qira'at, then you have to go through a personal interview. You're going to actually be interviewed. Even for Quran as well, you will be interviewed, like face-to-face interview. Probably they'll do it on Zoom or something. And once you're accepted, if you want to go to that kulliyah, when you get there and you're applying for the kulliyah, you will be interviewed face-to-face. That's the same as Jami'ah Islamiyah as well. Because of course, it means the actual faculty is harder to get into. So they want students that are strong. Okay, so that's covering more or less, just giving you guys an insight. Now let's go straight into it. Here we have Khidmat al-Qabul, okay? So that's literally the electronic admission. Now, if you want to apply, you go here. If you want to change anything, Ta'deel al-Bayanat, if you want to change any sort of information, anything that you've uploaded on your actual portal, then you press this one here. And Bahth al-Naqam al-Istimara, meaning if you want to check for, your number to see whether you've been accepted or anything like that, that which you've applied with, then you click on this link. And it's the same kind of setup as Jami'ah Islamiyah. Let's get straight into it. Bismillah ala barakatillah. Now, this here is the page that you need to know, and it's given a breakdown once again what you need to know as well. You have to have some sort of qualification. They say high school, but there's many people that have dropped out and gained other qualifications. You can still apply with those. It doesn't mean you're not going to get accepted. You have to be 17 to 25 years old. Once again, I've mentioned this already. You have to make sure that you haven't been expelled from other universities. Now, what do you need? It says here, الوثائق المطلوب رفعها إلكترونيا للمنحة الخارجية. Now, what documents you need to upload in order to apply for the scholarship? The first one is you have to upload your school certificate or high school certificate. Okay, and also has to be translated. It has to be translated into the Arabic language, and it has to be also certified, meaning stamped by the Saudi embassy. Okay, then it says here, if you don't have a Saudi embassy within your country, then you can find a country nearby where they have the Saudi embassy to actually certify your certificate. Okay. Also, a copy of your passport, and you have to make sure it's valid and it's got at least 6 months, minimum of 6 months remaining in terms of the validity. And also, you have to upload a passport picture, a colored passport picture, of course, without a doubt. And these are, in terms of the 6x4 basically, or 4x6, whatever you want to look at it. So 6x4 passport picture. So these are the only 3 things. These are the only 3 things they require. Nothing else with regards to when you're actually uploading your documents. And of course, these are the things that they require, because it's not why it's a bit different. The setup is because it's not like Jami'ah Islamiyah. Jami'ah Islamiyah is very different, where they have things and they've been running, they've been accepting students since, since they've opened. This is different, so therefore they need the things. People may ask, why do I need to certify if I haven't been accepted? Because they need things, they need to know that your document is accepted by the Saudi embassy. So if they do accept you, things can move smoothly. Okay, make sure when you do upload your stuff, you have the correct, contact details. If they do need to get in contact with you, like Twitter or Facebook or what have you, or telephone number or mobile number, make sure it's correct and it's up to date. That's something very important, because they will get through to you and they will liaise with you via that, contact details that you leave. Just reading them so I can just translate it to all of you guys. Okay. If you hear any noise in the background, by the way, that's my little one. Allah her crying. So here, hopefully she's just going to stop. But so it's just telling you what you need to do before you actually go in and actually press that you want to apply. So it says it here, it repeats it. They don't have any sort of office, okay, in any place in the world, okay, in terms of accepting student. So it's just making that clear. And also they don't obviously, provide any sort of money to the students that are applying. And it's telling you where the actual office is, in front of building number 13 in there. Okay, now getting straight into it. It says here okay, so obviously meaning you want to apply. Yes, you click this button, you click yes. I've read and understood all the rules and conditions, and I agree with them, and I'm happy. Yes. أجيد اللغة العربية كتابة وتحدثا. Okay, it means obviously that, so I'm not saying ikhwani this is a condition, but it just says there that you're basically stating that yes, I hereby declare that I can read and speak the Arabic language. Now let's go straight for it to apply. I apologize, I just want to break it down for all of you so you know exactly what you're doing and what you need to do, and it's clear. I don't want to miss out anything that's important. The things I have missed out is not because I didn't want to translate it, but rather it's not important. Now this is the page that you're going to be taken to, hence why it says if you can read Arabic language and you can speak it. It doesn't mean that if you can't actually apply, but meaning you're going to find it, you will find it difficult to actually enter these things, because as you can see, it's all in the Arabic language. Now you can translate it, I'm pretty sure. It may work, may not work. So obviously, let's say, for example, we're going to just giving you guys just let's say your name is Ismail Muhammad, or Ismail. Let's say your name is Ismail Muhammad. Oh, sorry, there's a mistake there. Ismail Muhammad. Okay, give me an example. I made up a name. Okay, Ismail Muhammad Al-Baji. Now, obviously, you put your first name here. So some people will do this mistake. They'll put their full name. No, put your first name there. Okay, and the name of your family name goes here. Okay, name of your father, and this is very important and crucial, ikhwani. Even if you don't have it in your passport, just fill it in as it is. And let's say the name of your grandfather is, I don't know, for example, is Fahad. Okay, so Ismail Muhammad Fahad Al-Baji. Okay, and then you write it in English. Once you do that, ikhwani, and you're written in English, here you choose, obviously, you put if you're male or female. So once again, it's proof that females can apply. Married or not married. when you were born, and this has already been, it's done there. I'm not actually born on that date, in case someone was wondering. And yeah, so then obviously put the رقم الجواز السفر, meaning your passport number, and all the rest of it. So these are very, very simple stuff. Okay, where exactly was, where was your passport issued? And your phone number, email address, and if you've got any sort of, Twitter or Facebook account, that's here, Twitter and Facebook, and your current address, and the address that you live in detail, with everything, the postcode and what have you. Yeah, so here once again, you put your details, you put all your details there with regards to the actual address. So here it says the city, the neighborhood, and within the neighborhood, the actual borough, for example, the name of the road, and the name of the house address, like for what number of your actual house address. Is it 105, 300, 3000, depending obviously which country you live in, how it's situated in terms of the actual address and how you write it. Where you work, the place you work, and the name of the actual profession that you have, job profession, occupation. النوع البرنامج الذي يرغب المقدم في الالتحاق به. Okay, so what exactly is the program that you want to apply for? Is it bachelor's, and that's the only option it's got available, is the bachelor's? So I hope, inshallah, I've given a breakdown. I hope that's clear. And by the way, which I mentioned in the end. Okay, so what was the last thing that you were so yeah, what was the last sort of qualification or credentials that you actually managed to gain? Was it something to do with ilm, sharia, or was it to do with general sciences? So you put that there in terms of your thanawiyah, in terms of your high school, and the year, exactly when was it? So as you can see, they don't want anything later than 2018. Okay, and what did you get? What was your grade? Was it Mumtaz or Jayyid Jiddan? What was it? And they only have two options as well. And Al-Mu'addal At-Tarakumi. So what did you get exactly? Was it 4 or 5 from 100? Okay. So what exactly did you get? You write it there. And so then obviously that you hereby certify that all the information that you've stated is correct and nothing is lies, and you haven't put any sort of lies or anything, everything is up to date and is correct. Then let's say you go next. I don't think it's going to work for me. Let's say I put, it might not work for me because I didn't put all the information. It won't, it shouldn't really, I don't think it will work because obviously there's no passport number. Muhammad, Fahad, Al-Baji. Let's just put a random number, just see. 506 667. Okay, yep. Let's put Sid. Let's put 100. Let's just put December. 077. Okay, there. I'm just doing this all for you guys' sake. Once again, everyone, this is just for your sake so that I'll be able to go to the next page. that should work now. Hopefully, bismillah. Okay, alhamdulillah. It's taking me to the next page. Oh, I didn't expect that, by the way. So it says there that تم تسجيل البيانات بنجاح رقم الاستمارة. Now, this, I actually did not expect that that would work, by the way. It's much more easier than Jami'ah Islamiyah's one, I must say, because I've helped a lot of students out, and this was, I mean, the easiest, smoothest kind of application I did ever. So this number here, as you can see, 449004750 is the number that you need to keep, okay? You need to keep this number. Why? Because if they do accept you and it's time for you to actually go in onto the actual portal and put your number in order for you to receive your ta'shira, which is your visa, رقم التأشيرة, your visa number, then you would need to have this number. If you don't have this number, then ma'a salama, basically. You're gonna literally be putting yourself in a pit hole, which you don't want to do. So it says here, if you don't download this, let's just see. Let's see exactly what it is. By the way, it's the first time I'm actually going onto this website. Okay. So we have to enter the number of the, so here, once you finish, everyone, you have to basically enter the istimara number and the passport number, and then you press enter. Obviously, I put a random passport number, which I forgot what number it was. And then afterwards, as soon as you do that, okay, let's see, let's go back. Yeah, see, I knew it wasn't going to work. Okay, so unfortunately, it didn't allow me to go back. Yeah, so once again, we're back on the same page. That's basically it in a nutshell, ikhwani wa akhawati fillah. And I hope, inshallah, that's been of some sort of help. And it's for this year, and just giving you guys a kind of breakdown how it's going to happen. On the 14th of July, so today is the 1st of June, right? Yeah, on the 14th of July, it will close, okay? The electronic admission portal website will close, and you will not be able to apply. They've opened it quite recently, by the way. And I mean, it's happened, it's open, and they're going to close it. And they say, I think it's stated on the 1st of August is when it's going to come out, the list of the names, and they'll message you via SMS that you've been accepted. And then, of course, you'll be able to come and start at the end of August, which is the beginning of the academic year, which is going to be sometime in August, I believe. Yeah, end of August. So once again, ikhwani wa akhwati, if you do want to apply, I advise each and every one of you apply. It's Jami'ah Taibah. It's amazing. You'll be in Medina, the best city in the whole world to live in. I mean, you have the ulama there to benefit from. You've got the haram. You can access the haramain to be able to perform umrah. You can go haram Makki, and you'll benefit. It's a win-win scenario if you do get accepted, because Jami'ah Taibah, it's something different, something new, less competition, less students. So you'll be able to, inshallah, to excel. And make sure before you do apply, make your niyyah khalisan li wajhi al-kareem. Make your intention sincerely for Allah's sake. Go in, apply, make dua, carry on living your life. That's the number one thing I always tell people. Don't apply and then put your life on hold. Apply, make dua that you get accepted, and carry on living your life. If you haven't got accepted in Medina, try and apply now. Even if you're above the age, try and see if the portal will accept. If Allah Azza wa Jal has decreed for you to get accepted, even if the portal says 25, you'll be accepted. It's all al-amr. I mean, at the end of the day, al-amr bi yadillah Azza wa Jal, the affairs are in, with Allah Azza wa Jal. So al-khayru fi makhtarhu Allah. If it's khair and it's good, then Allah will choose it for you. If it's not, then it's not meant to be. And this is the message I wanted to give to everyone, because a lot of brothers kind of are disheartened and they get upset they didn't get accepted. It's not the end of the world. If you didn't get accepted, it doesn't mean you still can't seek knowledge, you still can't try and benefit. There's other means. You can go elsewhere and try. But I'm just giving this video out for all those that wanted to apply, so that inshallah you can apply, and inshallah it'll be a benefit to you. You benefit yourself, uplift that ignorance from yourself and your family members and those that you love. And I hope inshallah this video has a bit of some sort of benefit. And I think that's more than enough. I mean, what else? If there is anything, like I did mention in the beginning of the video, I mean, just give me a shout, inshallah, via email. send me an email, and I'll be more than willing to book you in time and day that suits both you and me, and I'll be able to kind of help you in terms of applying, because it is tricky, a lot of these things. I've just done it quickly because I know what I'm doing and I've dealt with these things before, but it can be tricky for some people. If it is, give me a shout, inshallah, and MSL is there to help bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. That's Jami'ah Taibah now. To answer a couple of questions that a lot of you have, I've seen pop up. Number one, if you're initially nominated for Jami'ah Islamiyah, yes, you still may be rejected. Number two, if you what the reasons you are initially nominated and then rejected, because in the Ministry of Education doesn't see you as befitting to study in Jami'ah Islamiyah. End of. They don't have to give you a reason. It's just because you just didn't get accepted. That's the sad reality, ikhwani. And obviously, in terms of applying, many have asked, can I bring my wife straight away? No, they've changed the way things are working, and inshallah we'll make a separate video, but just to answer it, it's very difficult now, so you have to bear that in mind. And I did mention in my previous video, and many are asking me, they're asking, when is the list going to come out? It's not in my hands. When it does come out, it will come out. Some people have been getting accepted left, right, and center, but the full list actually has not come out yet, as of now, as we're speaking today. And that's the Jami'ah Islamiyah for you. I mean, be patient, inshallah. The list will come out, and inshallah, hopefully they'll open their doors again sometime this year for you to apply. And when that does happen, you can always contact us bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وآخر دعوانا عن الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.